Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. In this video, I'm going to share how to tie the Nattuvangam cord. As you all know, we do not have any YouTube source or online source that shares how to tie the Nattuvangam cord. Swami Malay Suresh sir, who visits New Jersey on and off, he was kind enough and great enough to share this art with me, and I don't want to keep it to myself, and I wanted to share with artists who are like-minded and who will benefit out of this video. So without any further delay, let's get started. As you all know, Nattuvangam has two pieces to it. One is the wider piece which we hold in the bottom hand, and the smaller piece which we hold in the other hand and strike on it. So I have already tied this part, and I'm not going to repeat myself because the method is the same. So I have this part where the cord was loosened, so I'm going to untie and tie this. I already untied it, so I'm going to tie the cord on this particular one. The things you need is a cotton cord, a thick 100% cotton cord. So this one is something I got it in Joanne. People who live in the US will be aware of this store, and I got a 3 mm 50-yard size. And you also need a sharp scissors to cut the edges. Let's get started. The first few steps: take a small length of cord. This is piece 1, and take another piece of cord and bend it into 2. This is approximately the size of my palm, just above my palm. Okay, so if you see this, you will know. Okay, just below my palm. And this one is 4 times of the same length. This length basically determines the height of your Nattuvangam, and so you can, it's your personal preference, and I cannot tell you how much length you want to cut it to. Just cut the cord and fold it into 4 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to fold it into 4. This is what is going to give you the height as well as the thickness. The first step: take the 2 folded cord and take the piece you want to tie. Use the outer side to put the cord through and grab it from the inside. Since it's a small hole, it might take a while for you to pull through the cord, but you should be able to achieve that by twisting it and slowly putting it in, and hold it from behind and pull it from inside. See, I got it. So leave the cord like this, like a small hole, and the rest of them falling on the outside like a waterfall. So now take the cord that you have cut, the first cord that we saw in the video, and insert it through the hole, and you're going to make a double knot to triple knot as tight as possible. So I'm taking one. It has to be really tight because this is what is going to hold your tie. So it has to be really tight. And another one. Also, if you have someone stronger, you can have them beside to really tighten this knot if your hands are soft. It has to be really tight. Okay, so I have tied the knot here. So when you pull, your knot should exactly stay in that hole and not come through the hole. So make sure, that is the reason we are doing this. And now leave the extra piece of thread for now until we finish the Nattuvangam tying, so that if we make any mistake, we don't have to do that step again. Alright, so pull as tight as possible. Now you have this. So keep it down. And remember, we had a 4 folded cord. So I don't need this much length, so I'm going to reduce the length a little more. So I have reduced the length. Now divide it into two and keep it in the center for you to knot. Okay, so keep it in the center for you to knot. So when you basically knot, just put a light knot, and when you bring this up, it has to be equal in height. You see what I'm doing, right? Tighten it really tight. And now you're welcome to cut this extra thing or just join it along with your other cord. Anyway, this is all going to go inside, and you will have to be starting to tie the Nattuvangam. We are done with the foundation. This is what is going to hold the Nattuvangam. Okay, now we are ready to start the Nattuvangam process. So this is the foundation that we need to start tying the Nattuvangam cord. So take the edge of it wherever you want to start. That is, it depends on the length of the Nattuvangam that you want when you're actually holding it like this. So if you want a pretty lengthy one, you can start from all the way at the end, or if you're okay with this much, then you can start from the hand position that I've kept. So I like it to be a little lengthier, so I'm going to start from almost this point that I'm holding. Okay, so I'm going to just place my cord here and hold it, and I'm going to start going down. If you want, you can put a knot also, but I'm not going to put a knot. I'm just going to tie on top of it because I'm holding it really tight. So make sure you hold it tight, otherwise it's going to get loose. We're going to start from the top and go to the bottom, all the way to the bottom, and again come back, work upside down. So if you see, this is the edge I left, and I have already given a couple of roll, and now it will stay still. So now start to roll down. So I'm all the way to the bottom now. So this part is very important. You have to make the neck broader so that it holds the Nattuvangam weight. This neck should never be narrow like this. If you see, it's narrow now, so we're going to roll like at least 3 to 4 rolls. You probably want to tie it really tight down there. So once your neck is broadened up here, you can start rolling from bottom to top. So I have worked all the way up, so this is how it looks. Okay, and now it's time to put some knots. So you have so many cards here, you can put some knots with one of them. Again, it has to be a tight knot, otherwise whatever you did, it's gonna start loosening up. So put a knot, then do some roll, again do another knot, do at least 2 to 3 knots around the end point so that it stays very good. So another way to do it tighter is, if you have a clipper, you can hold this side of the cord with a clipper, and you can pull it on either side. That's one thing. That's what I did when I tied this, so it never came out. But when I did this, I didn't have that option, so I couldn't. So I handed it. So that's all. So you can cut the rest of the pieces. And now, since it's all come out well, so if you see, this part is very important, the neck part, it has to be broader. And since I'm done, I'm gonna cut this part as well, and try to cut it as close as a knot. You don't want any thread hanging out, otherwise it's gonna come on your way when you tap the lower part. So some people hold it like this, some people hold it like this, I hold it like this. So that's all. Good luck.